So, a little over a month ago, I packed up my Singer patchwork and a bunch of supplies and flew them to New York and left them on Cape Cod, which means I got a brand new sewing machine, which is long overdue because I've had that Singer patchwork since I started sewing 8 years ago, and it's seen better days. So an upgrade was long overdue, and I decided to go all out for this one, and I got a JUKI F600. And I was so excited to open this machine that it took me a second to realize that this empty box was supposed to have a table in it, and it turns out they sent me the F300, not the F600 that I had ordered. So I emailed them, and they said they would get the right machine out to me on Monday morning. And they did, but then I got COVID, which was very unfortunate. Then, once I felt better, I got to packing up the old machine. Someone's probably gonna buy this machine refurbished, and it's gonna be a deal because I only used it for 2 days. And when I tell you, I was so excited to get this giant box out of my room, but I did not want to carry it down the stairs, so thank you, Lucas. And here she is. The time has finally come. Opening these boxes is no small feat because when I tell you they really pack these things up, they use these rose gold metal bars to lock them in place, and those things are hard to get off. But once I finally got the box open, it was so nice to see all of the essentials that came with the machine, plus all of the items that I didn't receive with the last shipment, like all of the extra feet, the knee bar, and the table extender. So for a nice, quick and easy project to test out the machine, we're going to turn a pair of dicky pants into a bucket hat, and I'm going to link the pattern down below. If you want to make it, it's free. It will be one size, but it's available for you to download, so let's get to it. And I want music. Speaking from experience, I do suggest that if you're going to make the bucket hat, you should have the pattern because that is going to actually be pretty important to the process. Once you do finally find the pattern, it's time to start cutting everything out. Beautiful. Once you have all of your pieces cut out, I do recommend taking them over to your iron and giving them a nice press and serging the raw edges if you have fabric that frays easily. You should have 4 base pieces, 4 brim pieces, and 2 tops when you're done. So it is the next day, and this has turned into the longest unboxing video ever. It's taking way longer than it should and way longer than I thought it would. First, I had to get dressed, which took forever just to get a black tank top on and a necklace. You ever just get dressed? And then I spilt my entire latte on the floor. So we're gonna clean that up, and then we are going to make the bucket hat. We've made it. I am back and able to finally make this bucket hat. I made a new coffee and cleaned up, so now I can start sewing the bucket hat. Once I started getting all of my supplies together, the first thing that I noticed about the machine is exactly how many stitch options there are. They even have fonts, and they're all beautiful. Next was the bobbin winder. You don't even have to press on the foot pedal. All you do is click that little button and it winds the whole thing for you, and it tells you when it's done. And it has a drop-in bobbin loader that is so easy to use. So what you want to do is clip or pin 2 of the brim pieces together and clip the other 2 together, so you have 2 sets of these brim pieces. Then do the same thing with all 4 of your base pieces. Okay, so once those are all pinned together, you just want to sew a straight line down the side seams. Once you have all those pieces sewn together, you want to bring them over to your iron and flatten them down like little pancakes. Once those are hot and ready, we can start sewing the top of the hat to the base of the hat. It's important at this point to make sure that you're lining up all of the notches and the side seams so it's nice and evenly spaced when you're sewing it together. And you want to repeat the same step with the other brim pieces and the other top. Because we're working with a lot of curves here, we want to make sure that we're going in and clipping all of the seams so they lay nice and flat and they aren't bumpy and bulky. And again, make sure that you're pressing all of your seams flat once you've sewn them up. Once you have the base of the hat attached to the top of the hat, you can sew the brim to the base, right sides together, around this opening here. Okay, now for another thing that I love about the machine, the foot pedal cuts the thread for you. So this would be where you press to make the machine go, and then this is using your heel to press backwards. And I don't like this feature. I love this feature. It saves so much time and it's so efficient and it's so much better than I ever could have imagined. Okay, so I'm also going to see how slow and how fast the machine can go. So this is the slowest setting. Pretty slow. And this is the fastest. Girl. I'm gonna bring it back down to the very mid. Once you have the brim sewn onto the base, you wanna take it to your iron and press this seam to make sure it's nice and flat. Next, you'll have 2 sets of hats that are ready to, 2 sets? Next, you'll have 2 hats. So what you want to do is fold one of the hats inside out and keep the other one right side out, and insert the hat that is still right side out into the hat that is folded inside out. So it should look like this. Inside, right side, meow, like that. And this is my favorite part in the project because it's starting to actually come together and I love it. We're getting close. We're getting real close. Okay, I think bucket hats are adorable, but I also always feel like Paddington Bear when I wear them. Now that everything's turned right side out and it's looking like a bucket hat, we are going to give everything a good press because it's looking a little bumpy, a little bubbly. I know I keep saying that, but I can't stress enough how important it is to press your seams. One of the reasons why I chose a bulky fabric for this first time using the machine was because I wanted to see how well I could handle it, because my old Singer machine could not handle denim or leather or anything bulky at all, and this just goes over big seams like it's nothing, and it's amazing. It's kind of crazy how just used to things you can get not working properly when you're using them every day, and sometimes it takes having something new and good to show you that. Like, look at how nice this top stitching looks. This is so exciting. And the final step for this project was taking the Dickies logo off of the pants and putting it center front on the hat. And this is how it turned out. I am so excited to have this machine and I can't wait to make more things. Let me know in the comments what I should do next. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Also, tag me if you make the hat because I'd love to see it. Bye!
To like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe.